Hey everybody, it's JP. I am getting on the road, headed to Austin for South by Southwest. I'm gonna stop in Ruston, Louisiana tonight, where the Piney Hills Classic on the Arkansas Mountain Bike Series used to be. Spend the night there and then on into Austin, about a week at South by Southwest, and then I'm headed to Arkansas for 3 days of Silamo. Don't know if I'll be able to trail run with my hip injury, but catch up with Wes and Chris anyway. Hopefully, I'll be able to run, fingers crossed. Come along for the ride, should be fun. Alright, just getting into Austin, Texas here. By the way, if you're ever down here in a camper or a van, there's this place really right downtown off Barton Springs by Terry Black's Barbecue called Pecan Grove RV Park. And I've stayed here, this will be my second time staying here. It's really cool because it's like walking distance to downtown convention center. Like, and when I say walking distance, like I think a mile, maybe. A really cool spot for van camping in downtown Austin. I actually kind of like this spot because the showers are right there. Not normally my style of camping. It's not near as scenic as a lot of the places, but I'm literally downtown Austin, which is pretty cool because I don't have to have a hotel for South by Southwest. I've got power to plug into so I can run the air. I think that's pretty level. See, I want to back up a little bit more because my tire is not yet on the concrete, but I'm sure there's a need. Look inside here and see. Knock my trash can over driving. Need to Velcro it or something. That's pretty damn level. I think that's gonna work. I think no matter how much I want to back up, I'm not. I think this is gonna be it. These windows have a halfway position that opens them, but it's still locked. So I'm gonna do that and turn the roof air fan on. Get my remote. Let's talk about plan for a minute. South by Southwest starts tomorrow. I'm here a day earlier than I originally planned because my sessions for South by Southwest start around 11:30 tomorrow morning. So I think I'm gonna change clothes, grab a cigar, get one of those rent-a-scooters, and cruise downtown Austin. For dinner tonight, I think I'm going to Texas Chilli Parlor. If you've never been in downtown Austin, check it out. A lot of country music songs I've told were written there. They have the strongest margaritas that I think I've ever had, which always makes the scooter ride back really, really fun. I'm gonna take a cigar with me and maybe hang out down by the lake and watch the bats come out tonight or something. And so I'm gonna bring y'all along with me. So that's the tentative plan. It could change at a moment's notice. So give me a second to change clothes and then we'll get going. These are the guys. That's how I'm gonna be getting around town most of the time, is on these things. Try to walk a little bit, let my hip kind of soften up before I get on one if I can. We'll see how that goes. But there's some cool spots right here on Barton Springs that I'll show you as we go. Like this little grocery store here, Tom's Market. Kind of just a cool retro sign. And they've got like local IPAs in there. Actually some pretty healthy food options too. It's not too bad. This place has always struck me as being way cool. It's a hat shop. Yeah, Willie, Austin Hatter, and Stevie Ray Vaughan. I might have to go get a hat before the race. Green Mesquite Barbecue. I just love all these old signs. It's really windy, by the way. If you didn't notice. And here we are. I ended up walking the whole way. This is the Texas Chili Parlor. Where I'll be for the rest of South by Southwest. I'm headed over to the conference now. Had to change my reservation and come in a day early, so they put me in another spot for a night, and then I moved up front here. But now I'm headed over to South by Southwest, the conference. So I'll kind of update you from over there. I've been in sessions all day, and I'm headed to Terry Black's BBQ now. Because you can't come to Austin without going to Terry Black's. All right, I'm back off to South by Southwest. Today is, I think, probably the AI arms race. That's going to be my first session. Kind of hear what the venture capital thinks this next phase of AI looks like. I think there's some stuff on psychedelics today. There's some stuff on health tech, creator economy, YouTube. I'll update you along the way. That's about the plan. May try to sneak in a comedy show or something tonight, and there's a chance that it might rain. So hopefully that holds off. I think there's a Waymo self-driving car that's had a freak out. It thinks it's turning, but it's been sitting there for a light or two. I think this one is stuck. I don't know what happened there. It might have hit somebody, because there was a cop that came by and some other people come walking out to take a look at it to see what was going on. Yeah, it's definitely stuck. Just what you always needed, non-alcoholic White Claw. Because it wasn't bad enough to start.
It doesn't necessarily have the same kind of detail and clarity when you're doing it manually as what AI is capable of producing. So these two fields have sort of merged over the years. AI is integrated into every single clip. The morphing of the textures, the subtle details.
Because people think of psychedelics as inducing hallucinations, and psychedelics are often seen as this monolithic class of drugs that kind of just does one thing, but you have really been on the forefront of subdividing all these categories. So I don't know if you can just pick what's on the screen right now, or a few other examples.
Yeah, sure. So when we're talking about psychedelic visuals, they typically break down into two major subcategories. There's visual enhancements, so color amplifications, increased visual acuity, things like that. There's visual distortions, so taking sensory input that's genuinely coming from your external environment and modifying it in some way. We've made a lot of progress in replicating what that is like, often using things like 3D modeling and complex video editing.
All right, here we go again. It's getting kind of tiring. I'm gonna try to get over in time to watch Malcolm Gladwell this morning. We'll see how that works out. Probably so many people trying to get in that I won't be able to make it. But if anything cool happens along the way, I'll update you. Alright, I'm off to a dinner reservation at ATX Cucina, which is a pretty cool kind of modern Mexican restaurant. Really kind of right in downtown Austin near the waterfront. Been there a few times. Not terribly hungry. A little bit of the sunset right there. Kind of cool. It's a pretty city at night. Check this out. This path goes across the bridge and then down, and then if you're riding a bicycle or handicap accessible, it's got a corkscrew that comes down as well, so you don't have to take the stairs. And then it goes along the river here for a little while before it kind of merges to downtown. Kind of like being in the forest. Here I go again on my own, walking down the only road I've ever known. Obviously I can't sing. The conference is feeling a little bit like Groundhog Day, and there's 3 more days of it. This is a lot. The good stuff though, learning a lot. An interesting social media video reach out. More to come on that later. Oh, look at this. There's no human in there. It's spooky. I've ridden in one of them before. If you go back, there's an old video out there where we do like a 30-minute ride across Phoenix in one of them.
More, faster, and for less. We decided we were going to change the way that we build because we have this technology. If you take a look at the landscape of Dubai, a city like that would never have been possible without a complete embrace of the technological advancements in architecture and urban design. So if we embrace technology, we have the opportunity to completely reshape not just our physical space, but also now the cognitive one.
How has your time at South by Southwest been?
Well, attending South by Southwest in a robotic body is quite the experience. You know, trying to dodge hipsters on electric scooters well.
All right, I'm off to Joe Rogan's comedy mothership here in Austin. Should be pretty interesting. The show is the best of, so I'm hoping that maybe Rogan and Tony and everybody are there. This entire city smells like barbecue.